the power of humility. We're going to be talking about that today because, in my humble opinion, pun intended, humility is not talked about enough and humility is not appreciated enough. It cannot really be overstated how powerful and essential humility is for all aspects of life, because humility is seen mostly, from what I've seen, from my perspective, which is limited, but from my perspective, humility is usually perceived as the alternative to success, power, wealth, and abundance and prosperity. It is seen as, I don't need the material success or the material things or even other people's validation or connection, whatever it may be. I'm humble instead. That is my reward. And it's kind of seen as this, like, almost honestly, humility is almost usurped a lot of times by pride. It's polar opposite, right? It's actually disguised pride, humility, right? The kind of like false humility, which is actually used to justify why somebody might not have the same material successes or, status or whatever it may be, abundance, prosperity. And they say, oh, well, I don't need that stuff. I'm humble. I'm too humble for that. Or I don't brag about my achievements. I don't need to achieve anything. I'm humble. It's to my humility. And there is some truth to that, but I'm actually going to argue today that humility is actually how we truly get the wealth, the status, the power, the prosperity that we truly want in a sustainable way. Because through pride, which we're going to be talking about now, the polar opposite of humility, and if you want to understand something, you always want to look at the mirror, the opposite, the polar opposite. If you want to understand yourself, look at your partner. If you want to learn about your partner, look at yourself. Vice versa. Always look at the mirror opposite of ourselves to understand that thing. So we're going to look at pride to understand humility, and then come back to humility at the end. So pride, okay? Pride is about power differentials, inequality, wealth inequality. Very hot topic today. That is pride. It's arrogance, supremacy, superiority, feelings of superiority, and the subjugation or oppression of other people, particularly the masses, which is most relevant today with the classism stuff that's going on, okay? So with pride, the reason why it's unsustainable is because you are taking or draining the energy from others without returning something in return. People who come from a supremacy or superiority complex, or who believe that they're better than other people, or believe that they can just give money to people and they can then order them to do whatever they want. Oh, I paid you, so therefore you have to give me sex, attention, hard work, blah, blah, blah. They think money is their golden ticket to do whatever they want for people. Well, those people eventually are drained, and either they die off or destroyed, or they revolt and they turn on the prideful, arrogant, superior being, or so they believe they are a superior being. And so it's unsustainable. This is why institutions always fall. This is why big businesses are inevitably going to fall and fail and crumble, be replaced. And this is why empires always fall, which is just, empires, institutions, they're all kind of the same thing, just in different packages, different sizes, different relevant states. So pride is unsustainable because it is people draining the cups of others. And so those cups either run dry and there's nothing to take, so they have to find more cups. And eventually they can run out of cups, or those cups revolt and turn on that higher cup that has been draining those other cups. And so you might get fast wealth or fast status or fast power that looks amazing because it's relatively so much more than other people, but it's really hollow and it's unsustainable. It just does not sustain itself in the same way that humility and working together in win-win scenarios. It's the difference between a win-lose relationship and a win-win scenario. Humility comes from the openness and receptiveness to help from others, but allowing them the autonomy to help you, meaning you ask for help. You are open to collaboration, but you do not see yourself as superior to that other individual. You do not see yourself as inferior to that other individual. You understand that we are all part of the same creation. We're all part of the same thing. We're all conscious, sentient entities, figuring out our own shit in our own different ways, having our own beautiful, unique perspectives. We all have our own main character of our own movies, our own narratives, right? God experiencing himself, spiritual beings enjoying a human experience. So we're all part of this thing that's happening constantly, infinitely, in real time, always and forever. So we all have value. And so a humble approach is, I know you have value. You have certain skills that I need. I'm not just going to assume because I'm paying you money or because I'm the king or the president or whatever that you're just going to do my bidding because I say so. No, I'm going to make sure that you are fully giving your consent as a fundamental, worthful aspect of creation, a finite configuration mode of God, of all that there is, the universe, however you want to define it. And so that is humility. And so you were open to help from your higher self. You were open to help from your spirit guides or other entities. You're open to help from your friends and family or from the strangers even, because you were humble, you were open. You do not believe that you are better than others or that others are better than you, because pride can also be rooted in inferiority, believe it or not. I mean, a lot of prideful actions are to cover up inferiority. So humility is true courage, is true strength. It's truly honesty, what pride likes to present, because pride is the negation. It is the lack of humility. And humility is the fullness of life and understanding that we're all equal in our own beautiful, unique ways. And so when you are humble, you're able to collaborate with other people in win-win scenarios, making your success more sustainable, more thoughtful, and more grounded, and just better for everybody involved. And that's why it will last longer, is because people will support it and it perpetuates itself. It is self-sustaining because it is inherently aligned with creation and fundamentally rooted in the fact that we are all part of the same thing. Pride, arrogance, power differentials, wealth inequality is rooted in the false, distorted belief that we are separate, that there is a difference between an Elon Musk and a homeless person because of the finances or because of their status or because of their familiarity or powers or the strings they can pull, as if they are not all part of the same shared context. They're not both conscious beings, are all part of conscious experiential creation. Hopefully this is making sense. And myself too, this is something that I need to know. Like, you can understand humility is a good thing, but why really is it a good thing? It's because you were able to connect with other people. You can only truly connect with somebody when you believe that you are equal to them. If you believe there's a power differential in any way direction, whether you're below them or that you're above them, you cannot truly see eye to eye. Make sense? I think it does. And so this is why practicing humility, seeing people and other people as equal to you in their own unique way, will allow you to open up so many different opportunities, because ideas will come and help will come and it'll manifest in ways you could never even imagine when you are humble and open to help. Because again, think about a prideful person. There are a lot of prideful people are people who think they can do it all on their own or they don't need help from other people. Even when we all do, we all need help. Even if you're a self-made millionaire, billionaire, whatever it may be, you still had employees. Just because you paid them doesn't mean you didn't use their help, right? Just because you gave somebody money or you told them what to do something, by force, because you had political power or pressure, whatever it may be, you still needed their help. You're just taking it instead of asking for it. And that is another key distinction, is asking for help humbly or forcing or paying for help and just saying, oh, I gave you money, so therefore you have to do this thing. No, gaining their consent, being open, still treating them with respect, another aspect of humility, treating others with respect. And when you're at the top, quote unquote, you are of service to the people are not of service to you. As the leader, you are service to the people that are following you, not the other way around. The higher self serves you, you do not serve the higher self, because the higher self has the higher perspective. And so they're able to guide you properly. They are of your service. And when you are in a higher position, then you can help the higher self or other people or individuals. It's all the circle of life. And I appreciate you. I'm humbly grateful that you watched this video. If you resonate, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video tomorrow. Thank you.